Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Welcome to another Get Ready With Me, where I'm gonna yap. I'm in the mood to yap about anything and everything. I just took a shower, as you may be able to see, and I was just thinking about things that I wanted to tell you. And do you ever do that, the thing where you're like talking to yourself as if either you're making a video or you're talking to someone? Anyone? I was doing that. I was already fully into making this video talking about all the things. So yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup. I think I'm gonna use this palette because I have it in a No Pan Left Behind for a project. I don't really know what to do with these greens. I think we're gonna use like these greens. Although they don't really make sense to me because this is a very dark yellow based green and then this is very mint green. It makes no sense at all, but I don't know, maybe we won't use that. Maybe I could put it in my inner corner, or maybe we're just gonna top it with something else and you won't be able to see what color it actually was. Let's do that. That is most of the times my strategy when I don't know what to do with things. I'm also gonna put on some lip balm to hydrate my crusty lips. This, by the way, is the Beauty Bay lip balm in the strawberry scent and shade. Doesn't really do much for my lips color wise, but I'm good. So I'm gonna start with the darkest color. I don't know, is this gonna stay in focus? I really hope it is. I'm sorry if it isn't. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, and like don't pin me down on it because it could go in a very different direction all of a sudden. That's just how my head works. We never know where we end up with my yapping. But I have been having very vivid dreams lately. Super vivid. I have been dreaming for as long as I can remember. Like, I know there's people that just wake up in the morning and like, I didn't dream. I can 9 times out of 10 remember what I dreamed, or like little snippets of it, or I will just know that I've had a dream because I can remember something about having to be somewhere or going somewhere or meeting someone. So I've had that for my entire life, I want to say, or at least for as long as I can remember. And they're not always the best dreams. Like, I wouldn't call my bad dreams nightmares. It's not that I'm super scared or something when I have them, but they just give me an uneasy feeling. I'm gonna also top it with this dark green from the Micka Beauty Shop Peacock palette because I don't think this is dark enough for my liking. So I've always had that. My nightmares, if you want to call them that, they just give me an uneasy feeling. I'm never like super scared or anything. But lately it's just getting very intense, and by intense I don't mean that my dreams are getting bad. I can have good dreams or like neutral dreams, if you want to call them that, but they're just very intense and vivid, and I will wake up and it will not feel like I've slept because I'm always busy doing something or having to do something in my dreams, or having to find a place, or I don't know what is going on. So for example, this night I dreamt something about being in my childhood home garden, like my backyard. And we had a pretty big backyard. So every summer, so in summer we would, my dad and my mom would put up a swimming pool. Like, you know those swimming pools. I don't know, I'll put up a picture if I can find one. I'm blending with a clean brush, by the way. So they would put up the pool and we could enjoy that in the summer. So when it was first filled, it was super cold water, but I just have very fond memories of the summers and that swimming pool and playing in the swimming pool with my sisters. So I was in that backyard and the swimming pool was up, and there was for some reason another sort of smaller swimming pool. I don't know where it came from. I was with my husband and there was this fish, and I can only describe it as a flat, big fish. So you know, like the sort of ray type fish, or God, what are they called? Do you know a mouth guitar fish? Does anyone know that? I'll pull up a picture. I don't know, something like that. So it was long and sort of had a pointy like nose, and it had a lot of teeth. I remember it was, I don't know if it was dangerous, but it felt like, okay, this fish should not be in this plastic swimming pool, but it was in the smaller swimming pool. So I was there with my husband, and suddenly he realized that this fish was sort of like digging at the bottom seams of that swimming pool, and it broke. So he was like, we have to transfer him, because if we don't do that, he'll die. And okay, we'll transfer him. And it was like, well, put him in the big pool. And I was scared because I was like, he's gonna destroy the big pool. So we put him in that big pool, and lo and behold, he starts digging at that bottom seam of the big swimming pool, and it cracks, and we have to transfer the... So we were busy transferring the fish to a new swimming pool that was smaller, but it had like rainwater in it, so I had to dump that out and then put new water in, and this fish was like going crazy because it wanted to be in the water. And then I woke up. I don't know, it was the middle of the night. It took me like 2 or 3 hours to fall back to sleep. I was just, it felt like I'd run a marathon. Not that I have any experience running a marathon, but I would think it would take some energy. I was exhausted because we had to like take care of this fish. I don't know where it came from. So I've been talking about my dreams with a friend, and this was before this fish dream. I had another dream about fish. I don't know what this theme is, but okay, we're dreaming about fish. I was fishing on the ocean, super scary. But I was on this like a little pedal board, and I remember being there excuse me, with like guys who had done it before, and I caught onto a fish, but it was like dragging me across the ocean, and I was like, I'm gonna let go. And they were all mad at me because they're like, you cannot let go, you'll lose your fishing rod, you cannot let go. And I was like, I want to let go because this thing is dragging me and I'm not happy with that. And also, why am I on a stupid pedal board? Just give me a boat. So I mean, that dream happened, and then there was this other part where suddenly I was with someone else's child, and the child had to pee really bad and I had to find a toilet. I don't know. So I was just laughing about that with her. What is going on? It's so weird. Why are dreams so weird? And she told me that her dreams are different depending on where in her cycle she is. And I was like, I should just see if that happens to me. And she searched for like the meaning of the dreams and was like, it's something with there's big changes up ahead, and was like, well, that could be true because I'm changing jobs. I'm starting a new job and that's a big change. So I guess my dreams are right. I'm not really sure. I'm, by the way, putting the darkest shimmer on the darkest matte, but it's not really showing up. I don't know. The street cleaner is about to come. I can hear him. Oh, here he comes. Whee! I love those little cars. They're so cute. So anyway, I just go on with my day and my life and my week. And then, this was a couple of nights ago. Oh my gosh, are you gonna hear that little car? I'm just gonna wait. So I talk to that friend and I say, well, I just dream most of the times and they don't always make sense. They're pretty much always okay dreams. And I know that if I'm really stressed, but I mean really stressed, then I have trouble with sleep paralysis. I haven't had it a lot in my life. It started a few years back when I had to have surgery for my hip and I was in a very bad situation at work. I had the first time that I had sleep paralysis. And sleep paralysis is basically where your mind is already awake, but your body isn't yet. So your body completely shuts down while you sleep. Like your limbs will not move, because if they would, you would just be moving around in your bed while you're dreaming. But when you have sleep paralysis, then your mind is already awake, but your body is like behind. So your body isn't awake yet, and you cannot move. And that feeling is often paired with anxiety and the feeling that something bad is gonna happen and you can hallucinate, and it's not fun. So I've had a couple of times where I had sleep paralysis, and it have been things where I would see someone standing next to the bed and I was certain that that person was gonna choke me. I've had the door to our bedroom swing open and someone jumping on the bed screaming at my husband, things like that. And then I wake up and I have to sort of think about what happened and like, oh, it's not real, and then I can go back to sleep, but it's not fun. But that luckily hasn't happened for a while, touch wood. So the dreams were okay, but last Sunday night I had another bad dream. I also need to continue to do my makeup, but I don't know what color to put right there. Like, I don't really want to do the minty one. I'm gonna do this sort of gold green because I know I love this. Why am I using this brush? I don't know, didn't think about it. So Sunday night I have a dream in which my husband is sick. I remember sitting at a hospital bed and my husband was laying in that hospital bed and he was wearing his earphones. Don't ask me why, that's something I remember. And his family was also there and he was just saying like, I'm done. I'm done fighting basically, and it's okay. You can let me go. So I remember that. And then cut to the next scene. I don't know how this happens, but we're in the next scene. I'm in my childhood bedroom. So these vivid dreams always have these like hints of, okay, this cannot be real because there's weird things. I'm in my childhood bedroom on a swing set with my oldest sister. I don't know. And there's this lady sitting opposite of us, and she's talking to me about what I'm looking for in a partner. And she just has this list with her and she's writing things down, and I just go and think about going to have a new partner, and I break down. I start crying. Like, I'm crying my eyes out, and I'm thinking about how I'm never gonna see my husband and how he's never gonna make stupid jokes again that I can laugh about, and how much I'll miss him. And I just completely break down. I'm crying. And so my sister is like to this lady, like, it's not a good time, okay? She's just lost her husband. Let's talk about this another day. So the lady leaves. I'm just still crying my eyes out, and I wake up. And for a moment I feel sort of relieved. I look to my side to see my husband there. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank God this was just a dream. And I burst out in tears. I don't know what it was, but I just cried. And I was like, I don't really want to wake him up because he's just sleeping. He's just minding his own business. Nothing has happened. But I just couldn't shake this feeling of that I've lost him. So I just turned to my side and I tried to sort of grab his hand, and I was like, if I can hold his hand, I'll be fine. And maybe he'll just slightly move and realize I'm awake, and that's it. But I'm bawling my eyes out. So he wakes up and he's startled because I'm crying in the middle of the night. He's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm crying so much, I just cannot talk to him. That's how bad it was. I cannot catch my breath and say, hey, I dreamt that you died. So he just lets me cry. Because what else have you got to do? And it takes me a solid 5 to 10 minutes to sort of catch my breath. And I just tell him, like, I dreamt that you were dead. And he's like, oh my God, that's bad. And you know, he obviously is relieved because nothing actually happened. Because I can imagine if you wake up to your partner crying their eyes out, you're like, oh shit, something bad happened. They got a text with bad news or whatever. I don't know what you would think, but you would be scared that something had happened, which nothing happened. So I can assume that he was relieved that I was just crying because of a dream and not something actually bad. But it took me a while to calm down, and I don't really know why, because I realized as soon as I woke up that it was a dream and that it hadn't happened and he was still alive. But I was so sort of living that feeling of I'm never gonna see him again. It was weird. And I've never had something like that happen before. Like, I've never had a dream so bad that I woke up crying. But you know, there's a first for everything, I guess. And then once I've calmed down, well, I think this was the next morning, I decided to look up what that means. And not that when I look up what my dreams mean, I fully believe it. I'm just like, there could be parts of wisdom in this. But dreaming about someone dying also indicates that big changes are coming. And I just read that and was like, okay, but I could just dream about the big change, guys. I could just dream about starting a new job and maybe feeling uncomfortable or realizing I forgot to put pants on. I don't care. I would rather dream that than dream about my partner dying. It was what the actual, well, it was weird and not fun. And it's funny because it also really made me realize that I freaking love this man, because I was upset. I really had that feeling of my life is over. This was it. What is the point in living if this man is dead? Which is a lot coming from me, because generally I don't like men. Just, I mean, I know it's not all men, but it's always men. So I don't love him. But this one is a whole different story. I love this one. Clearly, because I cried in real life about a dream of him dying. So if you sleep, do you have, wow, what is this voice also? Who? Do you have dreams? Have you, is there, what is that meme? I cannot really imitate that little guy, but it's so cute. So do you always dream, or have you noticed periods in your life, or maybe like your cycle, that you dream more vividly? I know I also really notice in my sleeping when it is full moon, which it wasn't with this stupid dream, but I do notice that, wow, when it is a full moon, I either dream really, really vividly, or I don't sleep at all. And there's like no in between. It's either no sleep or sleep but with weird frickin' dreams. So I don't know if anyone can relate to that. Or do you write down what you dream? Maybe I should start doing that. I don't know if there is a pattern in my dream. Except apparently for fish. I don't know what that is. But anyway. This is what we've done with the makeup. Just green. I've put this dark green. I darkened it up with that dark green because I found it not dark enough. I blended it with this and that green, put this on the outer part of my lid, and then put this on the inner part of my lid, and then did the same on my lower lash line. It's a shame I don't have a green eye pencil, but then again, how many times would I use a green eye pencil? Not often. And then I'm gonna put this shade, I think, as a highlighter, like inner corner. Is that a good idea? Only one way to find out, folks. I put the shadow as my inner corner highlight over my white pencil, and I was debating on doing something with like a liner. I did pull out my Micka Beauty Shop singles, and there is this like green to blue shadow that I have. This is called Renaissance, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and there's also this tropical. I don't know if that would be good for a liner. Here's the little cleaning cardigan. There it goes. Normally it tells us to not park our cars when they come do that, but I didn't see any signs this time. Anyway, did we do a liner? Nah, I think no. I could do a little bit of this dark matte green. Let's just do that as a liner and then call it a day for eyeshadows. And also my story has completely fallen silent. That seems to be a theme in my get ready with me's. I like start off really strong and suddenly it's done. And I don't think my words have run out because I'm always talking. I do not know when to shut up. If you know me, that is. If I don't know you, you'll probably never hear me talk, but if you do, I remember my mom used to say to me that I would even talk early in the mornings. She would say, well, as soon as your eyes open, your mouth opens as well. You're like talking away. My mom was not like that in the mornings. She could handle it, but it's true. I open my eyes, I'm like ready for my day. I'm like, let's go. And if there's someone there, I'm gonna talk to them and ask them questions and be like, what are we gonna do today? I'm gonna have to do this. I want to do that. How did you sleep? How are you feeling? I don't know. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? Who knows? Some people can handle it, some people cannot. I'm gonna clean up with some tropical washi tape. I have so much washi tape. It was such a hype. Like, how many years ago? I don't know. I wanted to say 10, but then that felt too long ago, but also it didn't. I know it's sort of cliche to say, well, when you get older, time goes faster, but my goodness, it is crazy. I'm still in contact with 4 girls that three. We're with 4. 3 girls that I went to high school with. One of them I went to elementary school with, so I've known her for pretty much my whole life. And we were just talking about how old we were getting this year, and everybody was like, we're gonna turn 32, right? Is that it? And we just didn't know. I was like, I have to check every time how old I am because I don't feel, well, now 31, but going on 32, I still just feel like 25, 26. And they had the same feeling. They were like, yeah, 26 pretty much forever. So we just said, well, you know what, every birthday we're gonna turn 26 now. We don't care what people say. Oh, I got it in my hair. Whoops. Also, my hair is driving me crazy. I just washed it this morning, obviously. Well, obviously. I washed it this morning. I have sort of wavy hair. And I've been trying to do the curly girl method, but my hair gets greasy so quick. It's awful. I know there's people that say, hey, you can train your hair, but I will just walk around with a frying pan for a head. No, not a frying pan. An oily head for a week and then wash my hair, and then it'll be oily the next day. And then I'll walk around with an oily head for the next week again. So I've given up on that. I have to wash my hair every other day. And it's not like I'm touching it a whole lot. I usually have it like half up, so it's out of my face but also down. And the ends are very dry and frizzy, but I cannot put an oil or anything or leave-in in there because it will make my hair oily. The struggles. Okay, I think we've done the eyes. Let's put some blush on. Still working on this eyeshadow to get pan on it. I think we've surpassed the 50 use mark, so okay, I'm gonna put that on. Do I care that I put on a lot? No. I have nowhere to go today. I'm already celebrating the weekend, actually. It is Thursday today as I'm filming this. Normally I have 2 days off, Tuesday and Thursday, but since I'm leaving my current job, I have to train this new girl, and she couldn't, well, I don't know, best days for her were Monday and Tuesday, and then I said I'll work the Wednesday because they were off, and I was like, I have a lot to do still, so if you're not here, no offense, but I can just get to that, and then I'll be back on Monday to train you. So I did that. I worked 3 days in a row, completely messed up my feel of time and days. I had absolutely no idea what day it was every day because I'm so used to working Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, I already have weekend, which I'm very happy about. So I can do a lot of filming because I have a lot of catching up to do. I didn't do a lot of filming. I didn't do any filming, I think, last week. So I'm gonna have to do that today and tomorrow. And probably also Saturday. But that's fine, I love filming. I really enjoy it. Okay, so that is the face complete. I'm gonna find my donkey lipstick. Put that on. Maybe a mirror. A mirror would help. Okay, I think that's it. I really enjoyed this color. It's very easy. It's quite, well, I don't know. I feel like it's very neutral. Not too in your face. And then I also don't really care if it sort of rubs off because it isn't too noticeable. Anyway, this is the finished look. Some green on the eyeballs with a nude lippy and some frizzy but not oily hair. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this story didn't make any sense. I don't know. If you want to tell me about your dreams, go ahead. I would love to hear what adventures you get up to at night. And if you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will hopefully see you in one of my next ones. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Wow, bye-bye. My hand was out of frame.